Take a good look at these tram cars, because except perhaps in a museum, you'll never see the like again. These are Glasgow trams of a type known as Coronation, and in their day, they were the last word. But the last word in tram cars isn't good enough for the motor bus age. This is one of the few cars still running on the last remaining tram route in Glasgow, the number 9, Auchenshuggle to Dalmuir West. In a few days, this too will be replaced by a motor bus, and then it'll be bound for the scrap heap, filled to the nostalgic eye with the ghosts of old Glasgow. For sentimentals like me, the corporation are going to run a series of last tram rides, and I'm off now on the route they'll take, the number 9, Auchenshuggle to Dalmuir West, 10 miles. As a motorist, I've cursed tram cars as often as anybody. But as a man who was brought up in Glasgow in the very heyday of the tram, I have to admit that for me, this far from immaculate veteran is so many tons of whining, rattling, clanging, swaying, pure nostalgia. And as I remember them in the old days, they were the most democratic form of transport surely ever devised. You see, when motor cars were still pretty rare and private carriages were for the privileged few, everybody used the trams. And one of my happy memories is of the stony-eyed embarrassment of prim middle-class ladies in the presence of well-lit roisterers of no primness at all. The thing that was the envy of other cities was the halfpenny fare. You could travel quite a distance for a halfpenny, far enough for any centre of the city trip, so everybody hopped a tram. As a result, Glaswegians became the most agile pedestrians in these islands and the most improbable people. Staid middle-class gentlemen in gaiters could be seen stepping gracefully and illegally off moving tram cars. But the real test of tramcar expertise was the ability to step onto a fast-moving car without running. Crammed and stuffy in the peak hours, cold and draughty in winter, always noisy and at times at speed, a difficult place to stand up in if you couldn't reach a strap to hang on to. That was the old Glasgow tram, but you couldn't find a friendlier place anywhere. And a lot of the credit for that, not all of it, because Glasgow people are warm people, a lot of the credit for that must go to the conductors in these far-off days. They were real diplomats. They knew a lot of the passengers in their own line. They could keep order even on a Saturday night. They read many a school report before any parent ever saw it, and they were marvellous with drunk. Here we are, Dalmuir West. So this, for the last time, is where we get off. Good night.